Hey everyone, and welcome to the Hype Check Pod. Sorry, I am laughing because we are funny. Everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at a little bit of a review, and it is going to be spoiler heavy in regards to the movies that we've watched this week, and they're pretty good. Well, that's probably a discussion that we got to have, but we're going to do a spoiler review of Bugonia because now we've all seen it, and also we have all seen Weapons, so we're going to do a nice spoiler around Weapons as well. But again, everyone, we're a brand new podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. And if you would like to like, subscribe, comment, rate, all those things on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course on YouTube, if you want to leave a comment, it is really appreciated. A couple other things is if you think we're doing a really good job, then you can always buy us a coffee. There is a buy us a coffee link in the description below. All right. Getting quicker and quicker. In a minute, in a couple of weeks, it'll be like 4 seconds. And we're in. Boys, how you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Doing good.
Nice.
Good.
Rich, how you, man? Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into this one because I know we're all hanging to hear everyone's opinions about everything. So we are going to dive straight into our spoiler heavy review of Bugonia. So we're going to get straight into it. Rich, as the one that has just seen it, hey man, what do you think about it?
I loved it. I can just say that. I actually loved it.
Nice. Yeah. Good to hear.
It was a different kind of movie than I thought it would be. For sure. Like you guys gave me a little bit of hints here and there, but didn't expect the way it came through. Like even from the beginning, it's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. It was really dialogue heavy in parts of the movie, but still, that ending, just makes that movie 10 times better.
And that's it, right? Like that was the thing I figured out when I watched it last week. The beginning was it's not I'm not going to say it's slow because yes, it's dialogue heavy, but the dialogue is quick. Like all the premise around the story and his conspiracy theory is laid out from the beginning dialogue, and it just goes right. So it's not like it's a dialogue heavy, and I'm not going to say boring because that sounds mean. It's not boring at all, but it's so much setup and so much foundation around his mindset. And like I did find it slow, don't get me wrong, like the dialogue was really good, but it was just like what's going on, because obviously I mean for me for a while I did not think, I thought he was crazy, mad conspiracy theorist, and she was not an alien, she was just his boss, and he had gone and then when
I was in the same boat. I was in the exact same boat.
And then
I was not.
So when did you think, oh, she really is lady? Like, did you go from the beginning and go, nah, she is? You reckon?
No, I reckon from halfway through, I just thought she's got to be a fucking alien. Like that's going to be the fucker. They're actually the crazy conspiracy theorists are actually right.
No one says they're wrong. Like again, all our conspiracy theorist friends out there, we love you. We agree with something. Some, not all of them. Like the president, this president is not a reptilian. I'm sorry, Trump can't be a reptile. Others maybe, but this one, no way. But when you're looking at how he was so ingrained in it, and you're like, okay, I used to work with a guy at work, and he was from Russia. He was in his must be in his 60s. Oh no, maybe late 50s at the moment. And he is a tinfoil hatter. Like everything is real. Everything is a conspiracy. He's a lovely person. Don't get me wrong. Very good in IT. But yeah, man, the conspiracy is like, he doesn't trust anything. Like he's very, very ingrained in it, which is, so again, there's people out there like it, but I didn't think until his cousin, spoiler heavy, everyone, blew his fucking head off. I was like, oh man, no, she must be, because how she reacted, so vacant, so just like, oh, there wasn't pain or anything or shock when he did it. It was sort of just like, she's blood soaked. He's like, you know, no head. And her reaction was like, oh. And then as she tries to escape, you know, you're like, okay. And then when she hits the room, you're like, okay, this guy is a psycho. Like there's so many bodies and parts in there. And then when she walks out, you sit there and going, her reaction is just like, oh man, she's got to be. It's like, okay. So it was well done. So yeah, Rich, I get it. And that was the thing that got me with it, was very much oh, what's all the talking? We had this discussion a little while ago. And again, the cop, that there's nothing specified in the story. What did that cop do? And they're very intentional on not saying what it was, leaving that to interpretation for everyone, right? So it's like, okay.
Maybe the cop sent him on the path to become a conspiracy nut for whatever reason.
Yeah,
he was kind of a factor, maybe.
Yeah, and he's got that guilt. Like, you know, when he pulls him over the first time, he goes, hey, I'm sorry about what happened when you were little. It's like, okay, you're the babysitter. Well, what did he do? And then obviously he comes back again to the house, and obviously twofold. One's to investigate because someone saw her car around the area. And then also, again, his guilt sort of brought him back to go, hey, are you all right? Because he can tell he's not completely there. But yeah, it was. How do you find his death, Rich? How do you like the cops?
Oh yeah, that was a bit crazy. But I think I might have to watch it a second time to see if there's any hints and little tidbits. Because I started going on the alien path when she got captured. She was too calm, she had a stern face. It was just, that's not how you react when you just got kidnapped, right? If you're normal, like I guess because they were showing her how she was like stern.
Yeah. So I reckon like her character was like just really, like she's the CEO of a company, you know, she's like really kind of like a boss lady, hard ass. Yeah. So she was.
But I like how it starts. Yeah. I like how it starts with her, right? She's training, she's fighting, she's mask on and doing exercise, like she's training her body. And again, is that because she's an alien now we know the twist? Or is that her routine regimented as a CEO who knows I could be a target at any point in time? Because again, there's all about defense contracts and the technology they work with. So it's all like, is that how a CEO in a company in America has their mindset? Do they actually prepare to, I am going to get kidnapped at one point in time. I need to stay like this. I need a reason. I need to understand, and I need to be able to talk my way through. And also, if I have to throw hands, I can. And it's just like, okay. So that's why I didn't really buy that she was an alien, because I was like, this is probably just her regimen as someone who's powerful in the business. That must be just in her mindset. Something's going to happen to me at one point in time. So I'm trained at least to, you know, kick and get out and punch and be able to at least fight a little bit. So okay, now it's an interesting take.
Or she's an alien and she was,
or she's an alien and she's just Let's jump all the way to the end. Andy, I'm going to start with you. With the end, the cupboard. At that point, I was hilariously, I had changed my mind once again. I'm like, nah, man, she's not. She's going to run. As soon as she puts him in the closet, okay.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, he explodes. And then you think, okay, cool. And that's it. And you see, you know, the body parts fly out, the head fly across out of the cupboard. She flies back and like, okay, it ends. Yes. How did you find the ending? Because after that, what did you think about that?
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was excellent because I was convinced that she was an alien and that he was crazy. But it kept me guessing. Like, sorry, I should say it kept me guessing the whole time. So the whole leading up to the end where she tells him there's a way to save his mother who's passing away in hospital with this, with this magic, or not magic, like with this
with the cooling fluid.
cooling fluid. And you just think that is
antifreeze.
so ridiculous, so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he buys it because he's a nutcase. Well, you assume he's a nutcase.
He is.
But but
with reason.
And that was the beauty of the movie leading up to that point for me, and because you never actually knew, because both sides were so out there. And then when it's revealed that she actually is an alien and she goes to the ship, and they just decide, look, well, humanity is fucked, so let's just pull the fucking cord. Like,
right. Hold on 1 sec. Rich, how'd you find up until she goes through the fluid? So from the cupboard, him going in the cupboard, what did you think it was going to happen the way it happened? And did you think she was going to get in it and do what she did?
Yeah, it did keep you second guessing, right? She was convincing from all the stories that she was telling, especially when, she was, I think, was it at the dinner table or something? She keeps talking. That's where the whole antifreeze thing came through across, right?
Yeah.
So it was convincing enough to think, oh wait, is she telling the truth? And then it's like, oh wait, he's blown up. Maybe it's not. It's like, and then she's in the ambulance, and then she wants to get away. That's when it kind of hits you, right? But yeah, I kept second guessing myself every single time. But even to the point, it was like, nah, this is just a. Even towards the end, I'm thinking, oh, there's going to be a credit scene. There's going to be like a finger sticking up to you and saying this is all bullshit or something like that. But that ending was great though. I got to admit, that's one of the coolest endings in a movie I've seen in a while.
Because even up into that, so what we're looking at, an hour and 50 minutes into that movie, that 2-hour movie, and you're still not 100%. And I love the bit when she asked the cop inside the ambulance, so, the question about, he's dead, right? It's like, it malfunctioned. So again, even that was like, it wasn't the magic portal inside the cupboard. It's because he had homemade a bomb. It just went off, and the timing was impeccable to be right in the cupboard, right? You're like, again, well written for that scene of like, oh shit, did the cupboard blow him up because the aliens are there and the portal disappeared? Did he morph and something? So, his head blew off, but maybe soul, spirit, if you believe in that type of thing, was the thing that was actually taken when she was going, we beam up to the ship and stuff. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
And that's it. And I even up until that part, until she was running back to her office, that's when it's like, okay. Like even the conversation about, how many of you have you killed? So she when she goes into his locked up storage area and she sees the body parts and she sees she's not the first. So obviously, and then she asked him how many were, and he goes, 2 of them. Like even then you're like, is he fucking crazy? Or
I thought he was a serial killer.
Is he right? And is she actually? And that's it, right? Like he looks like a serial killer.
Yeah.
But obviously, at the end of the twist was, he had found 2. They obviously couldn't. They're the ones that told him about her being, the leader or the one on Earth, the one that can get to the ship and contact them. It's like, okay, that was awesome. But yeah, until she was running back and actually went into the cupboard, I was like, I still wasn't sure up until then. I was like, maybe, or maybe she was getting something. By the time she was running back, it's like, okay, she's definitely an alien. What did you guys think of? How did you react when she came out of the goo? Andy, I'll go back to you again, man. When she came out of the goo, like I found that part hilarious. Because they're all in the woolen outfits and and the beanies and stuff like that, whatever you would call that hat. With the dialogue there, how'd you take it again? Because the end is super serious. Like for those who haven't seen it, how'd you take?
Go watch it.
Go watch it.
Well, yeah. I guess. This is probably not good for the podcast because I had a point about the whole ending and I've totally forgotten it.
So I'm trying to get a fly. Look like a
too many drinks. But Look, I thought it was an interesting. Obviously, there's like this whole race of aliens that are overseeing Earth. They're in charge of Earth or whatever. And she's part of this larger sort of alien race that look like us. I don't know. I just thought it was it. My first reaction was, yeah, okay, she's actually a legit fucking alien. And when I decide to, was it the oxygen that they cut from? Because it wasn't oxygen. Like, how did they kill everyone on Earth?
It was all around climate change. So I think they just. I don't know if they just.
Because the animals were still alive.
Deplete. Oh yeah. Don't know.
I don't know.
I watch it again. Rich is right.
Yeah.
If anyone knows the reason, because we've forgotten, ChatGPT, chuck it in, ending of Bugonia. Because but even the dialogue around the dinosaurs as well. I was like,
yeah,
and this is why I said to you last week when I watched it, how I had the love-hate relationship with the movie. It took so long to get to this amazing ending, and not like it was bad, but it wasn't my type of movie up until the end. And those last 10, 15 minutes were like, this is fucking amazing. Like, this is so well done, so well thought. But obviously, everything was set up from the opening dialogue and the beats.
She pops the bubble. Yeah, she pops the bubble.
Yeah. So they just pop the bubble and everyone goes. Yeah. Rich, how did you take the end, man?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, right? It was at the same time, I'm like, I literally was thinking, no, it has to be a dream. It has to be something different. It was too, as they say, on the nose kind of thing. That he was explaining everything to the T, like how the aliens were, how, like, even to the electrocution part. He knew that she was higher up because of the voltage that he was going through with her. So it's like,
that's right.
Nah, this can't be just she's not an alien and it's a dream.
His imagination, his conspiracy theory. Yeah.
It still puts that little thought in your mind, thinking, nah. It's like, yeah, nah, kind of thing. And but the whole ending, and then the whole, the flat earthers must be loving this movie a bit as well.
Oh, that's
imagery
right.
Imagery of it. But it's I would love to see, like, even if you have like a small short prequel of how this actually happened, and like explain a little bit more of how the aliens came and all that kind of stuff. And I know she verbally explains everything, but it would be good to see like that one little one little extra scene or a couple extra scenes about it. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, for me, cop shows up, I knew shit was going to hit the fan. It was one of those type of movies that as soon as that cop shows up and he's like inside the house, I'm like, yeah, what's going to happen? Hurry up. Just what's going to happen. And the whole, the poor kid, and, plays his head off and stuff like that. And then goes on from there. It's kind of crazy. But But
even that, like, that's a really good point. Again, let's have a talk about that too, because his cousin is so not disturbed. That sounds mean. He's not disturbed. But obviously he's touched by a different space. Like, he's just very special in regards to how he is. I love that they don't bring any dialogue around the rest of the family. Mother's had the trial. She's in hospital. Didn't even think she was there until the end, until he goes and pumps the antifreeze. Did not think it was Alicia Silverstone. Did not know that was her head. I had to, when I looked at the other one, oh shit, that's right. Gelfie said it was Alicia Silverstone, and I had to go back through. I googled the images of her because I'm like, dude, that girl looked different, man. She's changed. She's changed. And I was just like, wow. But even when he has that moment of clarity where he goes, will you take me with you? And then obviously his mind is, I'm going to set myself free now because you're going to take me with you, and blows his head off. And you're like, just what? Like, what just happened? Because like, I didn't think he would, because, you know, he was so there for his cousin. He was so there, ride or die almost, even though he was uncomfortable as shit through the whole thing. And he knew it was wrong to a point because he just didn't have the information. And as we all now know, his cousin wasn't crazy at all. Yes, he'd been killing other people as well as the other Andromedans as well. So it was kind of cool.
So he was a serial killer.
He killed 2 of them, but I'm sure there was 4 other bodies in there. Or 2 or 3 other bodies in there. So
he was a serial killer.
People. Yeah. So he's killing people, and not all of them were actually aliens. Obviously, the 2 he captured that had given him the information to go, it's not us. We can't take you anywhere. You can't talk to the supreme leader or whatever they titled the leader. And it's just like, but she can, or this person can. So it's just like, okay.
It's a fucking brilliant movie. It's a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, like, and that's it. How'd you guys mentally deal with the cousin? Obviously, it could have happened at any point in time, but I actually took that a bit more as of a shock that he did it. Obviously, it was leading to it. The shotgun was there for a reason, and it wasn't going to be for her. And you're like, oh, how'd you guys react to that? Because it was pretty full on. Like, it was pretty full on from that point on.
You go, Andy.
I felt sorry for him. I guess I had sympathy for him and that character, because he kind of felt like he was being dragged along by his cousin, and he didn't have the capacity to really stand up for himself, and he kind of just, I guess, from my point of view, he just wanted to get away from his cousin and the whole concept of what they were doing, because it's obviously not the first time. So I think, you know, his final solution was to blow his fucking head off. But
do you think it's because he thought he was going to be free now that they got this person? Do you think it was freedom, or do you think it was because he was trying to escape?
I think he was just trying to escape, not because of he was going to. Yeah, that's what I think. I think he was just trying to escape from. He didn't want to. He was kind of in between. Like, he wasn't 100% with his cousin, and he wasn't 100% on board that she was an alien, in my opinion. And like we find out, like, it's happened more than once, and he just had enough. And he just took his own life.
Richmond,
that's how I saw it.
Yeah, so I agree with that. Yeah, but you could probably also say that he tried to escape because the certain things he was saying throughout the film, saying saying to his cousin that he's sure to do this, he's sure we should be doing, we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that, and I think he just wanted to escape more than anything. But yeah, the way the way he ended, it was a bit like in your face, not in your face. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's really
it's
harsh.
Pretty graphic.
Yeah. It was really harsh the way he had to escape, the way he had to leave. But yeah, there had to be some kind of escape there. I had a feeling that he was gonna either leave him like halfway or like 3/4 through the movie, but I didn't think it was gonna be that way.
I thought he was going to set her free. I think he sort of had that conversation.
That's what I thought too.
But I disagree with both of you. I think he really accepted everything. So again,
really,
my opinion, obviously, the dialogue before it was very much I think he had gone and done the full 180, knew she was an alien, asked if she would take him with her to set him free. And his first question was, will you take me away from here? Like, are you going to help me get out of here? So not just his cousin, but away from Earth and his life. And so I think he was fully prepared, and I thought he thought something different would happen when he blew his head off. I didn't think he was doing it for an escape of, I want out of the situation. I think he had finally accepted and gone, oh, he's right. She's going to take me with him. This is the way out. Obviously, taking his own life and blowing his brains out. It wasn't the escape, but I actually thought he thought that was the release, that she could take him with her, and that he'd accepted that his cousin was actually right. And that's why I think he turned this time instead of the other 5 other kills. I think so. Yeah, that's why I was interested to see what you guys were thinking about it, because I didn't take it as he'd had enough of it. I think he'd actually gone, he was enlightened now. He's like, oh, this is real. She can save me. She can take me somewhere else, to another planet, to the ship, and he can escape his life on Earth, which is obviously fucked up because they're, mass murderers and serial killers. And it was very much like I'm free. And
chemically castrated too.
yeah, and chemically, both of them. Yeah. That's what happens when you get shots in the butt.
And he's like, at the beginning, well, that scene was interesting because he was convincing his cousin to chemically castrate himself, so there was no chance of ever having kids or anything. He was questioning his cousin, and he just went along with it because, well, that's just the hierarchy of that group, or of those two. So,
and obviously you can see that sort of the emotion when he did it. It's like, oh, I've not been with a woman, but I want to. Like, you could tell that was the discussion they had, right? He's like, no, man, we need to do this. We need to be strong. We need to do this for the cause. And it's like, and I guess that's probably the next part I want to go around the question for you guys is, because his cousin was so indoctrinated into his cause, like, he was again like those charismatic leaders that by dialogue and conversation and their pure belief in what they're doing is right, were able to take people on this fucked up journey. There's no other way to do it, even though it's a movie, right? So you look at dictators, you look at dictators, you look like Hitler, and people that can control people with dialogue and their, how they think, but also how they manipulate. And that was really it.
There was a cult back in the 90s that was really fucked up. It was really eerie, where they all it's pretty sad because they actually used a documentary on it. They all shaved their heads. I think they chemically castrated themselves as well. And I can't remember how they died, but they died in this little compound.
Gas themselves in that compound?
Yeah. And they were waiting for this Hale-Bopp comet to come past.
Yeah,
and
they
reckon it was like
to pick them up. Yeah, we're going to catch them.
There was like a spaceship that just comes past, and that if they died, they would jump on and all that kind of thing.
Particular time we pick it up, and again, that's maybe where not that I was thinking that when I was watching it, but again, that kind of mindset. That's where I thought his cousin was. I thought that's why he'd gone to that accepting of, oh, he's right. This is my way out, but my way out to a better life, not the suicide side of it. I'm not sure. I can't type things like cult into my phone. It's like, dude, why? Why are you looking for a cult? No, I don't want to join. I just want details. Sorry.
I think it just needs a rewatch. I think that movie, I think, needs a rewatch. It's definitely a rewatchable movie that on second viewing will probably be easier to follow, or at least get some more perspective on different motivations from some of the characters. Which, by the way, I reckon like the acting in the movie was awesome as well. So that was. I'm not sure if that Jesse Plemons guy is. I think he's nominated for an Academy Award for that role. I think.
Why?
I think
Emma
Stone is something like that.
I think it's up for a few awards anyway, but yeah, no, definitely deserves. I'm keen to rewatch it just to see what I can get from it. In saying that, I think a lot of people would dismiss that movie as well. It's very. I can see people just not dismissing it because it just it's like
like a one-watch movie?
No, like it's like trying to be too intellectual or too whatever. It's not everyone's cup of tea, I don't think. But yeah. Anyway, look.
Okay.
I think it's
sorry. I had to do some fact finding. So yeah, sorry for everyone before. Yeah. So again, Don's autistic.
Wow, he's
yeah.
he's not nominated. Jesse Plemons is
He's
not
not
nominated.
Really. That's interesting.
Emma's where the money is, man. She's also a producer.
Yeah, Emma Stone is nominated for Best Actress
for
Best
that role.
Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Score, and Best Picture.
No cinematography.
Oh well, that's what. Well, my next question to you guys was going to be like, Rich. Now you've seen it. It probably also makes more sense what Andy and I were talking about last week's episode when we were talking about the cinematography of the look and feel of the actual film. And what did you think of the actual cinematography of the film?
It was beautifully shot. You can't deny that, right? It was the way everything was set, the way it was, even to the I guess some people don't like it, but the aspect ratio of the film was a bit different.
That was a bit of a mind fuck when it started. I was like, when's this going to drop? Oh no, we're gonna stay in this weird ratio. It's like, yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten because by the end of the movie, you're so used to.
Yeah, there's a few movies like that.
So yeah, like one battle after another was I think it was a little bit like that. I can't remember.
Saltburn. Have you seen Saltburn?
I haven't seen Saltburn, unfortunately. I've heard so many things about it.
Yeah,
so
that's a fucked up movie.
I'm not sure if I should be watching that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the aspect ratio in the film, like, it was beautifully shot, well directed. Surprised that it's not even nominated for a director as well. Nominated for a best film.
Do you think it's around the twist? Do you think it's around the twist of the actual story that's not nominated? Because we all know the Academy Awards are dicey. They're not real.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that it wasn't or wouldn't be nominated in cinematography. To be honest, it was. I watched that on my OLED, and it was unbelievable. It was nice, crisp, and spewing now that I missed out on the steelbook. But
I don't know if I want that on my shelf. If that looks at the poster, I don't know if I want that on my shelf. That's an eerie image of her head.
Well, that's what actually turned me off watching that movie in the first place. To be honest, like the whole poster.
I didn't even think that was Emma Stone until I know she's bald. I didn't even realize. I was looking at
like the color palette of the poster, everything. I just thought like,
well, the color palette matches the house, right?
Yeah,
the color palette of the poster really matches the look of the house, the beekeeping setup that he has on the hill in the garden. Like, the palette is very on purpose and very direct and in your face, and it matches everything on the poster. So again, it was all intentional, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. It was a very intentional film. Like you said, Rich, the aspect ratio, the colors. Like, the house is a plain house you would think you'd find in some little town in back of the USA somewhere. And even when they show you, especially was when the cop turned up, like, just the setting, the lighting around the house was amazing. Like, the yellows and the deepness of the color was incredible. Like, it was just like, and this is why I said to you guys last week, I love it and I hate it. Very dialogue heavy for me. Not that it was bad. It was just like, it's a lot of talking. Yeah, cool. And setting the premise, yeah. But when you looked at certain things, when they're looking at the bees at the beginning and the pollination of how it works and how they've disappeared, and now this is the conspiracy that led him down the rabbit trail of trying to find everything, I was like, okay. But it was such a beautifully shot. Andy, what do you reckon about the cinematography around the film, man?
Yeah, man, it was awesome. Like, I actually love that aspect ratio in movies. It just, it looks really good. Especially on big screen OLED. You'd think that it wouldn't look as good, but I've seen a couple of movies shot that way now, and I don't know what it is. I can't explain it, but I think it's really good. Even like Zack Snyder cut for Justice League is shot in that aspect ratio. Yeah, it's cool. Like it's good. Yeah, and the color palette that was used, I don't know. It's just interesting angles that they used, like of her head. When they showed their head, and she's rubbing that cream, like this,
cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets mean all over his skin. Even that, like,
Yeah.
what twisted conversation gets you to do that? And again, Richard probably goes back to your point too. Even that didn't phase her, that they just rubbed antihistamine cream all across her body. So as a woman, violated, but it didn't come across that way. Like, she never reacted in that way. And again, for me, it was the mental thing of she's trained to be a prisoner, hostage, and mentally shut herself off to be mentally aware the whole time and to maybe manipulate. And even the dinner tables, like when they're talking at the dinner table, like, again, that could be her manipulation trying to get him. And you can see it working, because obviously he jumps across the table and tries to kill her, like strangles her and knows he can't, but he gets so upset about the mother and, stop talking about her, and even her Don's like uncomfortable through the whole thing. So yeah. No, that was awesome. That's really good points. All right.
Yeah.
Any other things you want to talk about? Because I mean, there's heaps. Again, I was looking at my phone, everyone. I apologize. I was looking at the cinematographer, and I've never heard of him. I've never heard of half the movies he's done. There's not one. He's done the same directors. He's done a previous film of his. And
have you seen
anyone I know?
All Things? Because the director is the director's
same
name
director.
Should probably mention him.
Yorgos.
No, you just don't say his name. Just go
Yorgos.
It sounds great.
Yeah, Yorgos Lanthimos. Oh, no, sorry, man. I just butchered your name again. Don't come.
He's got to be Greek, right?
Which is normal. Who knows? Who knows?
Four Things is another good movie. That's another good movie with Emma Stone in it. And he's done another movie called Lobster.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that. Like, he makes interesting movies.
I love how I don't watch any movies, and you go, "Have you seen the movie Lobster?" No.
It could be The Lobster or Lobster. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got Colin Farrell in it. Yeah, an interesting movie. I won't say anything. You just have to watch it.
You say that to me every week, man. It's an interesting movie. You just got to watch it. I love it. Those are the words you use.
Look, they're not mainstream style movies. They're different. There's obviously satire, and he uses a lot of satire in his movies, I guess, to tell a story.
Are the other ones just as dark as this one?
Not as dark. They're more like they're very direct, I guess. Direct but subtle. I don't know how to put it. Like, he just uses his very subtle way of conveying a story. Like, Poor Things is basically a Frankenstein cover.
Oh, yep. Okay, now I know it. Sorry, I misinterpreted the name, the Emma Stone one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the Lobsters. Yeah, is an interesting movie. Like, you just have to see that one. Okay, I can't explain that one. But it's.
Every time
I found
you
it
say that,
interesting.
I go down a weird rabbit hole, man. I get weird movies that you make me watch.
I find his movies entertaining. So, yeah.
Okay. Last thing on the very end. Obviously, the Earth's now extinct. Do you think he'd do another story? Do you think he would do? I think, Rich, you mentioned it at the beginning about a prequelish type of one. Do you think he'd ever sit there and go, I could revisit the story from an earlier time? Obviously, we're not going to do the dinosaurs. But do you think he would ever consider, or do you think it would be another maybe medium that would be used to do it? Because I mean, that would be a crazy book Because what do they
Yeah.
do after that? Now that they've annihilated the people on the planet, like Andy said before, the animals are still alive, the bees are still pollinating, the colonies are coming back. Do you think that was the main twist at the end of the story? That everything can start again? Because obviously they've talked about it because it was an accident, right? The dinosaurs. That was the whole premise around what happened. That's what she said in the dialogue around it, that they didn't mean to wipe out that species. What do you guys think around the actual very end? Do you think there would be more to it, or do you think he's just no, leave it, ponder it, don't worry about it. That's think, leave that in your head and go where you want to.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, I think it leaves the question to the audience. Just the audience think of what would happen. I don't think they'll revisit it, to be honest. It's one of those movies that, one and done. And I don't mind. They could go in a novelization and add more things to it. But I don't mind that it's a one and done, and just get the audience to think what could have been.
And maybe explain the cop story. I really don't want to know what happened. Tell me what he did, man. I don't know.
He got bullied, or
was he bullied? Was he smashed out of his brains? Was he super stoned? Was there abuse? Like, these are the things that are so that usually this type of movie would touch on. And he was very, very, very careful in not explaining a lot around it. The cousin with the autism. What happened around it? Is it just them two? Like, obviously there's got to be uncles and aunts because they're cousins. We know the mother's story. We know she's gone through the trial, and that's all we know. We don't know anything else, and it's never explained. And again, I don't think it needed to be, but I think it's just very interesting. These sort of come in this point of this life, this story. We start here. I'm not going to give you any other backstory. We're just going to keep going and go with it from the point dot of where we are. So yeah, no, it was pretty cool. Rich, should we rate them? Do you think we guys should rate movies? No, it's, we can do it on Letterboxd. We have to do it the same as your Letterboxd. What I'm gonna ask. What did everyone give that in their Letterboxd account? What did you give that out of the stars?
I gave it a 4.
Did I do it? Okay.
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
I gave it a 4 as well.
Did I give it 4? I don't even know.
Nope.
I put my phone on.
I can tell you. I can tell you what you gave it.
Can you look at mine and tell me what I gave it? Oh no, I've got
2.5. 2.5.
Hey? Did I?
2.5.
I should change that. I think after the discussion, I do appreciate more.
Yeah.
Like I said, the 2.5. The 2.5 is for the end. Two of that is for the end of that movie. The end of that movie is incredible. Like, it is so well done. The twists keep coming, just like we've spoken through the whole podcast. It was like we just didn't know until the very end, until she was wearing her beanie and her woolen outfit in the spacecraft coming through the goo. You're like, oh, fuck. Teddy was right.
Yeah, he even had the spaceship drawing on his
on his wall.
Computer. Yeah.
And he done the
that was awesome.
Movie, sorry. I was thinking of something else that had it in Lego. But yeah, no, that was awesome. That was really good. As I take a sip of the magic beverage. Boys. Okay, cool. I'm going to change mine. I did actually like it. And again, like I said with you guys having the discussion, it's not going to be much more though. I have to be more. I have to be a little bit more stringent with what I rate things. Everything's a 3. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. It was really great. Yeah, it's a 3. It's like, it doesn't change. I don't know. I got to be a little bit harsher with my criticism on them. All right, cool. Boys, anything else you want to mention about Bugonia? What do you think of Emma Stone's performance?
Solid. Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
I think she's always solid, actually.
She's good. She is very good.
She is really good.
And she's able
actually,
to flip. Yeah.
I was going to say, like, everything she's in, like, I can watch. You know, she's really good.
She's just diversifies her roles, right? She's very good at everything. Like, yeah, she's just very good at the different type of roles and how those characters are portrayed. She does them all with purpose really well. So, all right, okay, last chance. Any final words about Bugonia? Do
Internet
Do it.
theories, conspiracy theories. Yeah, who the fuck knows if there are reptilians that rule the world?
They are. That part's true, man. This movie was science fiction. Reptilians are real. I leave that to everyone else's interpretation and thoughts as well. So, again, that's your own opinion. The dollar bill. Just look at the dollar bill, the American dollar bill. You'll understand. Oh, see, again, and we do have friends that have these conversations with us. So again, this is why we are probably more in tune with this movie than others, because it is something that I know, at least for me and Andy, we've had these conversations for years. Like, again, many different states around the conversation, many different friends on very different parts of how they think. So those conversations are always open for us. So again, if you have something you want to throw in the comments around the reptilians or the Andromedans or just what you thought about the movie, please feel free to. All right, I don't know if it's a pivot. I guess it's a pivot. Let's have a little bit of a deep dive. And again, spoilers for Weapons. Obviously, this is the one I haven't seen. You guys have. You really wanted me to watch it. I'm conflicted. No, and I'll tell you why. Last week, in our previous episode, again, a discussion around weapons. Andy talked about our friends not liking it. And I said, oh, it's because it was a horror. And they go, oh, no, they knew it was a horror. I don't think this movie was a horror. And that's why I think everyone was really, really out of touch until, again, the last 2 weeks, the last two movies I've watched, the ending of those movies are where everything I expect happens, and the rest of it is so not what I expect, even though I had no real expectations on it. So I'm going to say I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, but I get why people would sit there and go, no, it's not for me, because of the beginning. And again, we'll touch on the end a little bit later, because that was awesome. That was such a good end. But for me, I enjoyed the perspective of each of the characters. I thought that was really well done. I think some of them were too long. Hers was too long. Hers went way too long. They could have cut hers halfway through it. Again, obviously, I'm going to call her the main protagonist of the movie, because technically it's all around her experience with her class and them disappearing.
You say
Alex
her?
from the teacher.
Okay,
The teacher.
I picked Alex from the first frame, because obviously if you didn't pick Alex from the first frame, I don't know why you wouldn't. You just go, only kid there. Not for the fact he was the only kid there. It was the silence. And again, you go, but why? And I liked how that was, oh, we know he's involved, but how? That was awesome. Again, this is how I'm thinking. I like Josh Brolin's story. I think he was a crazy parent, as you would be. Like, that was an obsessed parent where the child gone missing. Again, originally I can relate to how a father would react to a child, something happening to him and not having an understanding of why. Like, there's obviously got to be blame somewhere. I don't know. Again, I just need to call this out, because this is a very funny movie in my mind. Thanos, Wong, and Han Solo were in this movie. That's awesome. That was the weird. I was just looking at half the MCU's in it. Han Solo, Disney just went, here. Have our actors. Go for it. You want actors? Have them. Yeah. Wong's story. I don't know. What was his name? I can't remember his name. I only watched it last night. I can't remember his name.
I just call him the school principal.
Yeah,
we'll call him Principal, because this is not Doctor Strange. Oh, Richie, you up to Doctor Strange this week?
Yeah, actually, I am.
See the thing. I know my MCU timeline. Anyway, back to Weapons. His part was where I started to enjoy it more, because obviously he'd been possessed. He had made the change. Obviously, you don't see that until a little bit later about how graphic and where it got to. From him on in, loved it. That was where the movie took off for me. The beginning was I get they're setting up the film. Got it. hers could have been shorter. Brolin's wasn't too bad, and then everything else sort of flowed. So again, for a 2-hour and 9-minute movie, take 10 minutes out would have been even more amazing. But I really, really did like it. I sat there for a while going, what the fuck is going on? Where's the horror? And I think this is why my confusion was. I would say why our friends didn't like it as much as you thought they would, Andy, because they walked in the same expectations as me. Kids running. Woo! My arms out. Should I stand with my arms out? But then dialogue set up, cool. Then it flipped story. I was like, oh shit, okay. As the stories intertwined and weaved, got really good, but it was still like, come on, man. I need to ask you a question a little bit later. So just remind me, just go, Dave, ask us the question and I'll remember it. Then as I got to the principal's part of where he was the counselor, whatever he was, I assume he's the principal. That was awesome. The crazy ass aunt. Again, spoilers, sorry if you haven't seen Weapons. It was last year, so you should have seen it by now. But it was really good. I like everyone's shocked when they see her, like just her head, like, especially when the principal or whatever his character is sees her, and just the school assistant, the admin officer, just is staring at her. Like that was cool. And then it got more twisted. Han Solo was really good in it. I did like his character and the turn of his story with the Drago dude. Yeah. That was awesome. And then the end was just fucking mad. Like, the end was great. How they ended it was even better. The kids, I did not think they would go that far with the kids. But I love their rabid attack of her, like running through the window, just jumping through the kitchen, walking over the glass, the way they knock down the fence, like just them, the heat-seeking missile, the weapon that they are, right? Going for her and just not stopping for anything. That was so cool. And then as everything started falling apart of her body, I was like, oh, cool. And then it kept going. And I was like, oh. And then her head, arms came off, everything, skin started to tear. And then the head snapped. And I was like, holy shit. And I love that they left it for Brolin to rock up and see them all still in a trance, in that stance, looking like they're still under the influence of whatever. And again, I got 2 questions for you. I'll bring them up later. Oh, fuck it. I'll get into it now. So I did like it. I thought it was really good. Yeah. But like I said, I get where people would go, because it took so long to get to the real horror parts, except for what the fuck is up with the clown, man? Was that her? Was that what people saw of her? Like, can anyone explain? Was that just to make it feel like a horror movie? Because she's in her dreams. She's in the roof. She's in Josh Brolin's dreams. And not her actual face, but the clown face.
Clown.
Was that her? Was that a manifestation? Was that her? Were they just collective mass hysteria around shit, like because of what had happened with the kids going missing and the blame and guilt and all this shit? Like that part, I was just like, I thought it would either have more to it, and at the end, that would be her, like the aunt. She would be more of the clown-faced villain.
But that's
of the movie.
Too much like Pennywise in it, right?
It is, right? But they threw it in there for a reason. So can you guys give me an idea around what your thoughts around it were from the clown part? Like, I don't understand the clown. I'm so confused with the clown part.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. I think maybe just her presence. I think maybe just her presence is what manifested like a clown, I guess. And out of all the podcasts,
dreams, she was in their dreams.
Yeah, but it's just her presence. She's a witch, so
yeah.
She can do that. I guess just her presence, we don't know much about her other than she's somebody's aunt that no one's ever met somehow. And, she's over 100 years old, or all that kind of stuff. There's a backstory to her that's not really explained in the movie. And it's, who knows, it might make a prequel or something out of it. Yeah. And I did see I guess I took it as an homage to it a little bit. Yep. and Pennywise. That's how I interpret it. Out of all the, I've listened to a few other podcasts about weapons, and not one person has mentioned her as a clown, which is strange. They've mentioned other homages and stuff, but never Stephen King's It. So, but that was one of the first things I connected to is when Han Solo is walking around in the bushes, and he sees her just sort of sitting around like in the bush
behind that tree. You're like, what the fuck?
That was very It to me. But I don't know. I think it's more of an homage, and there's probably her presence is what manifests itself as in different ways to all these different characters. Is how I
Rich, what do you recommend? Because I will have my thought again after. Go, man. What do you reckon?
Yeah, Again, I'm a bit iffy on that one. I just assumed it was her presence more than anything. It's just how she perceived herself in dreams. Got to admit, did you jump in that when she pops off the roof?
Yeah, I did.
Question.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah,
I shat myself.
I loved that part because it was very Nightmare on Elm Street. That was a Freddy. That was a very Freddy-esque. And that's what Andy was saying. When he was saying homage there, I was like, man, for me, that was a very Nightmare on Elm Street one. Either 1 or 3. Take it how you want to. And if you've seen them, you know. And that was like really cool. And then, like Andy said, the one in the bush, very It-like. And then even in Brolin's dream, like the whole circle around, going through, finding, coming back to the house, going back to the bedroom, and then it's the clown. I was like, yeah, okay. And again, I guess we're going to be careful calling it a clown. It looks like a clown face. I don't know. It did. But yeah, sorry, man. Keep going.
No. That's fine. I think with that, it was more her perception on people in her dreams. It was more than anything. I didn't really get into it that much with regards to the whole clown face. It was probably why, again, as Andy said, not many people have mentioned it in other podcasts. Like, I would never.
The first thing I saw was like, what the fuck? Because they never touch it again.
Yeah. So it probably never got to me that, go that way. Oop. And Andy disappeared.
Where are you, man? Why have I lost your face? Keep talking, Rich. I know.
But yeah, it seems. Look, I did read somewhere there might be a prequel coming around with it, with regards to her character, which would be interesting because we don't know if this has happened before or she's done it a different way. So it'll be, if it does become some truth that there is one coming out, I'll be very interested in watch it straight away.
Oh, there you go. Good time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So we're just thinking.
Froze.
And then the clown's behind you.
Yeah.
Clown comes through the door.
Goddamn witch.
All right.
But
there's question. Sorry. Go, man. Go, Rick.
Yeah, they're saying to Andy, like I was probably question to you, like we were saying that I did read somewhere there is possibly a prequel to this with her character, and I would go number one. I'll be there day one. And
I'll be interested in watching that.
Yeah, it'd be. That's what I was saying. It would be interested to see if she's done this before or she's done it a different way. But the whole witchcraft kind of sense. So
I'd say she has, because
I got 3 more. I got 2 more questions then. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I just killed everyone. Okay. With that premise around the thought of what you just said, has she done it before? Obviously, yes.
To what point?
Well, she feeds off her children, right?
But does she? They're just on layaway. They're just on lay-by. She doesn't touch any of them. She just puts them downstairs under control. The parents are there as protection. Like, she doesn't actually do anything.
That's fucked. That scene, his parents saying is fucked up.
That was mad. Don't cross the sand. Don't cross the salt. And you're like, what? Or the first part, with the fork. But do you reckon, again, from her perspective, obviously, I believe, and again, my opinion, I reckon she's done this for 100 years. This is part of the curse, right? is that the reason she takes people? Are they there to regenerate her? Like, you know, how she
Yes.
goes, I'm really sick, and do you guys believe that's the premise around it? That's they're there to regenerate her body?
Yes, I do.
Everything?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Rich?
do.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Do you believe it is I'm going to call it a stick. It's a stick with thorns, right? Do you believe that is the reason why? Because I want to ask you a question of that. Do you guys think the stick is the reason? Like the thing she keeps using so when she cuts herself and puts it in, do you think that's the reason? Because this will lead to another question.
I never thought that that's just a tool that she uses to control people. Though I don't know if that's part of it.
Okay, Rich, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I thought it was a tool.
Okay, because this is where my fucked up head went last night. Now that Alex has done it, is Alex now the vessel? Is the sequel going to be Alex is now the vessel? He is the one with the stick. He has already cut himself and now attached to this voodoo, magic, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it. Is Alex going to continue what she was doing? Is he going to grow old slowly? Is he going to go through life manipulating people with the well, I guess it's a tree because it's the plants in the pot, right? So that's what she's got in the room with her, and it's just the branches of the pot she's broken and then doing it. Do you think that's where the actual magic curse, whatever, is coming from? Is that branch, and is Alex going to be the next one? Would there be a sequel where Alex is the actual one manipulating people? Saying, "Oh, what shit? I'll pay attention to these movies." Everyone thinks they just sit there and go, "Yeah, it was good." Nah, next, nah, because that was the first thought as it ended when Alex did it. Because his parents didn't stop. They didn't stop until she died. Josh Brolin didn't crack until she died. The only ones that stopped, and they're still under a trance, were the kids. And they're the ones that he controlled, not her.
Potentially.
Seriously, that's all I get, potentially. Fuck you, man. Potentially. Come on, man. More than that. No,
I think they'll do I think they'll do a prequel first.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think they'll go. I think they'll explore that character of the witch and how she got the way she's wise the way she is. Or I don't know. They might do a concurrent sort of.
I don't disagree. It's just that's where my head went with Alex. I just wanted to ask you guys if you had the same thought, and obviously you didn't. So okay.
No,
sorry, you come in.
No, did not go there.
No, I didn't go there either. I didn't think of that.
So I believe Alex is going to be in the sequel. He's going to have his own, and Don killed himself because he was free. Okay, so we're all not on the same page tonight, which is good.
It would be interesting if they follow the character, but as in a teenager, so they go 10 years into the future.
Yeah.
Well, he's with the other aunt. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who did he end up with?
Another aunt. They said he moved to an aunt, and the narrator, the kid, goes, and she's really nice. But is Alex now twisted? New town, different story. No one knows because, again, at the very beginning of the dialogue, it's very much no one's going to talk about it because they didn't see it right in front of them. The dialogue of the narrator was very much no one knows this happened except the people in the town. So he's moved.
Is the aunt, is the new aunt just as evil?
Well, see, okay, I guess this flips the question. Do you think she was actually his aunt? I don't think so. No. So I don't think she was in any way related to the family. They didn't know her.
You wouldn't think
she's like, I don't remember. They never met her. The husband never met her. The niece never really said in dialogue that she knew her. She just said, my aunt is coming. The husband goes, we haven't seen her with 15 years. She didn't even come to our wedding. He doesn't know. So do you think she's actually a relative?
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, even if my auntie I've known for 40 years asked to move in, I'd say no.
No, it's a hard no.
A hard no. Little known.
Hell no.
A fucking auntie you've never met. A relative you don't even know. You wouldn't let it. I would.
I'd end up with all of them,
especially if they look like the way she did. I'd say no.
She was nutter, right? Yeah. And going back to my thoughts around it, from there on in, again, it was awesome. Like I said, from the principal / counsel, whatever he was, I assume he's the principal. From that chase, that was such a Japanese horror story or Korean horror movie look, like his face. How he looked. I love how you see how it happened. Yeah, the eyes, right, almost bulging right out. And then again, you see what happened and how it happened, because he's just headbutting the shit out of his partner. And then as he's running just cycling the village and the village, this is not Resident Evil. The town is going, oh, okay, what the fuck? And then, you know, he goes for her. Brolin tackles him. She goes under the car. They go into the shop and into the bottle shop, drugstore, whatever you want to call it. I was like, fuck yeah. Okay, this is good. And then the horror twist was all there for me besides the clown part. So, yeah, I really did enjoy it, but I understand why people wouldn't, because expecting more horror from the beginning horror than what actually happens. But yeah, sorry, that was a really long-winded around my thoughts around it. Again, we've not really had a discussion with you two on it. I know you guys love it. Eddie, why do you love that movie so much? And why do you reckon our friends don't? It's like the recommendations you made to people, not just our friends, but people you've recommended it to. Why do you reckon they don't get it?
Counting you and Rich and the 3 other people that I recommended this movie to, 3 of them hated it. Rich loved it.
Sorry, can I just define? Really hated it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
wow.
like
That far? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I was surprised because one of them was a mate of mine I used to work with. We were all into movies and shit. And he was so disappointed. And he just said he just didn't click with it. I think he was, like you said, he was expecting more of a horror movie. And I
was, and that's why I love that you guys told me last week, just watch it, because I was expecting a horror movie, horror movie, or a heavy mover. Yeah, I was expecting more from the beginning, and it wasn't. So that slow burn was okay. Sorry, keep going, man. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's look, I was expecting a horror movie as well, but and I'd seen a few last year. Like last year, it's been a great time for horror movies, and I'm a horror movie fan. So I was really looking forward to it, and I think I really liked it because it was very. It wasn't what I was expecting, and B, very creative. I like the mystery around the kids disappearing. I like, as someone that watched the X-Files, there's back in the day, I like mysteries, like in movies and shows and shit. And I thought that it's not X-Files, obviously, but like there's a lot of mysterious components about how and why the kids disappeared. There is some horror elements. There's some thriller elements. You don't know what the fuck's going on. The different perspectives of each of these different characters completely surprised me because I was not expecting that at all. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of Pulp Fiction in a weird way.
Multiple stories tying in. Yeah.
So, which I thought was really interesting. Again, I probably need to rewatch it. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in there, in the movie, other than just, the main story. I think there's like, I didn't understand when Josh Brolin character is in that dream state, he sees the, AR-15, which I think is obviously a reference to
that was just some, it must have been right, like a school massacre and stuff. Yeah.
Something like that, missing kids and stuff like that, which is fucked up, like whatever, doesn't matter what you think about guns, like killing kids with a fucking gun is fucked up. And so I don't know, I think for me it's just the mystery of it all was what I really enjoyed. I really liked it. I really thought it was really creative. And definitely need to rewatch it again, I think.
Rich, my friend, what do you recommend? What was your take on it?
I'm pretty nearly the same as Andy's. Enjoyed it throughout the whole way. The whole changing of the perspective is what got me. Because you'd get to one story, you've stopped, and you'll be like, "Oh, come on," and then it would get you eager to keep watching it. And it's like, then the next story starts off, and then you know what's going to happen, so you're like, "Fuck, don't go into that house," and you're just putting your head down, just don't go in the house, and stuff
Go in
like
the
that.
house.
So yeah, and it's like that kind of getting your mind thinking of what's going on and what's happening. Like the horror aspect for me was great. Like I didn't mind it, but I didn't really think. As remember I was saying to you last week, think about it as a kidnapping movie. Don't think of it as a horror. Just horror is part of it, and think of it as a kids have gone missing. It's like what was the movie that Prisoners? I'm sure you guys have watched it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kids go missing, kind of for as a parent, as for like myself and Dave, it hits it a bit differently. Think about it differently as well. So it kind of started thinking different ways. What's going on? A lot of questions. I love that it gives you a lot of questions throughout a movie. I love any movie that keeps you thinking, keeps going. What's going over there? What's happening to this person? And then the whole shit hits the fan when the school principal tries to go nuts, right? So yes. So it kind of got me going, and I love these types of movies, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it from beginning to end. Like to even say I watched this type of movie with my wife, who's not a big horror fan. She's really anti-horror, and she knew this was going to be some kind of horror aspect to it, and she watched it and she enjoyed it. Like that's another one to your list, Andy. You can say, but yeah. Sorry, go, Dave.
No, that makes a lot more sense to why I think my main thought around it, again, you guys told me, like I said before, don't think of it that way. And I still went in thinking it was a horror movie. And again, that was obviously because I couldn't let go of this is got to be the premise. And it was like very much, but again, you saying that, your wife enjoyed it because it's more about a thriller, suspenseful. Like you said, there's not jump scares. Like there's a couple of little, oh shit.
There was.
But everything else is, but it's more suspenseful because you just don't know what's happening, but it doesn't do anything well. It just keeps it leading you on through each story. And as it gets deeper and deeper, as you see things like, again,
you get to know more about what's happened. Yeah.
Well, that's it. And you get to know the characters, right? Because again, I wasn't a fan of the layout. I didn't like the interchanging stories. I didn't really enjoy that. But it gave me perspective into the characters and where they were and what, to the point of where everything hits the fan. I'm like, fuck, okay. Thank you for all this. I get it now. I was like, okay, cool. It wasn't the part I enjoyed the most, but the stories weren't bad. And so it's pretty cool in that regards, where it's like, at least it's giving you enough information to go, okay, what the fuck's going to happen? Like, when her hair gets cut.
Yeah.
And then you see later that it's not just them coming out of the house, and it's other people in there, and it's a different part of the story. And then later on, when the cops in the house, and how all the stories sort of intertwine, you go, because I thought it was going to be more graphic when she was sitting in the car. And again, that's the horror person in me going, she's done. Where she's sitting in the car, walks around, the door opens, and you just go, and you're like, what the fuck? She take your hair? Okay. And then gone, cut next. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And was that cut straight into Brolin's story then too? I think it was, where it was just like,
it was.
Okay,
that was the next
and it was like, here we go, next story, Josh Brolin from the school town hall or whatever they had. And I was like, okay. Old and Aaron Wright, Han Solo. Right, sorry, brother. How did you? The dude's been in some cool shit lately, and again, cool shit for me as a viewer of television and movies, because again, I enjoyed him in this. I thought he was good. Like I think he got a bad rap for Solo. There was no one in the universe that was ever going to make that movie good. No one can ever play a young Harrison Ford. Joaquin Phoenix maybe did all right in young Indiana Jones, but it wasn't Harrison. It was a child, a young person. So
Rockin' Phoenix or River Phoenix?
River Phoenix. Sorry, sorry, River. Yeah, no. Sorry, I give myself the thumbs down. But yeah, I was just like, the dude was screwed. And then I don't know if you guys have seen it. Did you guys watch Ironheart last year? Marvel's Ironheart?
No.
The Disney Plus series?
I watched
he's
like 3
fucking
episodes,
awesome
and
in
it was
that. Keep going, man. He's really fucking good in it. I'm not going to twist it there. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm not going to give you the twist around unless you know. So I'm not going to say anything. He was good in that by the end. Fucking awesome. Really good. And there's a tie-in ritual you'll enjoy. And he was really good in this. Like, he was really good in Weapons. And again, I thought it was really entertaining. I thought his story was good. He was so twisted by the end when he's chasing the junkie down that second time. Like, you could see his life was just going from bad to worse to shit. Fuck the teacher or whatever relationship they've had in the past. Mrs. is back. His father-in-law is his boss, is also the head chief of police. Then he gets stabbed in the finger. Well, I guess he gets poked in the finger because he did it, was doing the search. Then he gets stabbed in the face. And then he gets turned into whatever the fuck they are. So,
trance, right? Yeah.
Well, it goes into a trance of a flesh-eating demon with no pain. His when she was fighting him was fucking awesome. When she was just peeling off his skin, that was fucking good. Yeah, like that was just like, as she kept going, I was like, oh, they're not going to keep going. They keep going. Shit. Okay.
So, mate, I have a question though.
Yeah, man.
What type of movie did you think it was from gradually getting into it?
Going into it?
From going into it. So you knew it was a kids go missing, right? You knew that it was some kind of certain time, certain this, when all of them go missing. Did you expect witchcraft?
No, not at all. I didn't expect the I
same.
didn't expect the story to go how it progressed. I didn't think they'd spend so much time on there. From my head, I was, even though you guys had told me not to, I went in with a horror perspective. The fact that it started with the narrator and the kids disappearing at the very beginning was like, fuck yeah, here we go. This is going to be a long movie of suspense and horror. And then as I got through, sorry, I can't remember the teacher's name. As I get through her story, I don't know why Virginia keeps popping in my head. I don't think it's Virginia. As they get through her story, I was like, okay, shit, that was weird. And then going to Josh Brolin's story, and it's like, no, shit, that was weird too. Because again, both of them have the clown sequence of dream and dream. So I was like, fuck, why isn't there more of this? And this is why I was saying before for you guys, it's like, I get why people who thought it was going to be a horror movie, even if they hadn't listened to everyone's advice, didn't. They just went, no, it's going to be horror. Didn't, because those bits didn't go anywhere from a horror perspective. And I think that's why everyone was like, I thought it'd be scarier. As we got to the principal, that was where the turn was, because again, he had been mutilated by beating up his partner and stuff. So obviously the bulging eyes and all that we talked about before, that was where it's like, oh, here we go. And I think that's what I was expecting from the beginning, more of that, maybe a slasher-esque more movie than this.
Right.
So from a thriller perspective, really good. How the stories tie in, awesome. But I think I was waiting for a slasher-ish type movie or something a little bit more graphic. And then as I watched it, I was like, oh, even to my head, it was very Hellraiser-ish in the story and how it worked. And I was like, okay. Not in regards to how it was similar, but it was more of that, there's something happened. There's a twist around it. There's obviously, as you get to her, the aunt, but I wish there was more of that earlier. I'm glad they sowed the seeds of the story, because at the end, the payoff is good. You get to the certain point where it's all in sync, and then the story goes, and it goes hard, but you needed all the story from each of their perspectives for it to make sense. Like if they did start where I wanted, they started where I wanted it to be, and it was more horrorist, more slasherist, cop, junkie, parents in the house, I wouldn't have a fucking clue of why they were there. Now I understand all the sequences of that particular. What? It's only I guess for Alex, it's a couple of like weeks on weeks, but for them, it's almost like it's the day, right? It's like a evening, night, next day, almost. That's the story. So the arc and the turn is. It seems like it's only really. It's like everyone's perspective is bits and pieces, but as it gets to the twist, it's very much on that afternoon, evening, that night. I was like, okay, that's cool. So, yeah, man, I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't hate it. I don't know how anyone could hate it. It wasn't a bad movie. It was an excellent movie. It's just, I think I wanted more of a specific genre that it wasn't, but it wasn't bad in any way. But again, I could see why people would take it the wrong way because they're like, I want this. And they've gone and gone, I didn't get it. It's like, yeah, but it was good. Like the twist was good. The art was psycho. Like the character was like even when the wig's off and stuff, you just sit there and go, fuck. But she looks even more psychopathic, but she looks more crazy with the wig on, right? Like the admin staff lady and that when they looked at her, I agree. I was just like, what the fuck is she? Like there's something wrong, and obviously you know why. But everyone else is like, oh, she's having chemo, she's got cancer or something, leukemia or something, and that's why she looks the way she looks. And it's like, no, it's because she's stealing the souls of people for 100 years because she's probably a witch. And I'm like, fuck. Dude, is it factual she's a witch? Is that fact anywhere?
I took it as she was. I mean,
yeah, I took it as she was.
What else would she be?
We're just not in sync tonight, man. I thought it was more voodoo-esque. Like it was very much, you know, it was more of a voodoo-esque type of thing. Like maybe not a doll, but it was.
But what would be her motivation?
Piece of article
to do what she does then?
She's a voodoo.
She needed to live.
Like,
she needed the souls.
Well, that's it, right? And that's where it takes me to that part. Sorry, go, man.
That's a witch. That's a witch.
Yeah, that could be both.
That's a crazy witch.
I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole and find out what people believe she is. But that's why I wanted to ask, because I never thought of her as a witch of sort. I thought of her as more of that voodoo doctor or something like that, just someone using things like, because again, I don't know my witch lore. Voodoo is very heavy on the salt, lying off, defining lines. Is that more witchcraft? I guess it is. But witchcraft would be more symbolic in regards to how patterns would be.
Isn't there a spell? Does she have a spell or something? Doesn't she say something?
I don't know. All I know is don't cross the salt.
Or she just creates this. Something. Yeah, man, she's a witch. I reckon she's the definition of a witch.
Okay, we'll go. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. See if I can find out. But again, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was that. What else? What other things were you guys thinking about? Like, what were your thoughts around it? Like, the movie was shot well. It looked awesome. It was very good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Also give it to them. Give it to the marketing, right? Didn't give anything away.
Yeah. Oh no, I had no idea. Even the poster, even when you look at it on the poster, it's just like, okay, I know these kids are running. I got that from the trailer. I got that from every bit of dialogue. I got it from the first 1 minute of the movie. The kids running. Like, it was like, okay. And then, yeah, nothing. Had no idea whatsoever.
Yeah, the trailer was really got me into it. I reckon it was an awesome trailer. Again, because it was a bit of a mystery. Like, what the fuck? Why would kids disappear at a certain time at night? You know, all that kind of thing.
That's such a horror trope, right? That's why I thought more horror. Maybe that's where they got people. Was like maybe that's why people did walk in. Maybe they needed to define. It's more a thriller than a horror.
The scene where they actually disappear is awesome, by the way. Like the actual scene where they all disappear at the same time and they're all in sync is fucking awesome. I fucking love that. Like, it's just.
I take it back. Yeah, she's a witch. Sorry, I remember the bell. Sorry, I just remembered the bell. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, I take it back. I was going, no. Oh, the bell. Yep. And with the 6 on it, yep, it makes more sense. She'd be a witch than a voodoo person. So I take it back. Internet, I'm sorry. I was wrong. She's not someone that practices the art of voodoo. She is a witch. Sorry, man. Sorry. Keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right. No, I was just saying, like, the marketing got me in with how they with the trailer, and the actual scene is fucking awesome when they're running towards the her house. Oh,
yeah, which you eventually know it's her house. It's kind of well, and then the scene that got me also is when he's in their house and he finds them downstairs all standing there.
Yeah. That was sick.
That was a what the fuck moment. It was like, okay, what is going on? That kind of aspect of the film.
You thought the kids had to be somewhere, like they weren't dead. So
at one point, I thought they were dead.
Did you?
I did. In my head, it popped up.
Do you reckon that
healthier she looked more healthier when they came to go through the house? So, but then you know that you see that they had run out over the field into the back. Like you see that bit a little bit later, but she does start to look healthier. Like with the.
Do we know did she actually kill any of her kids?
No,
she actually
they're all there.
No,
they're all there.
All accounted for.
Yeah, all accounted for. The parents were just insane. Could eat more soup. Enjoyed that chicken noodle soup. That's a massive sales pitch for Campbell's. Campbell soup. Go for it. No one's touching that ever.
And then you feel for the characters, right? That's Justine, the teacher.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, like imagine being in her position. It'd be like, what the hell is going on? And the whole town
really
turning.
They enacted that really right. Like her going in after everything, bottle shop, bar, freaking out when something happens to the house, which was obviously something had happened because we know Josh Brolin's a psychopath. Standing outside the house and all those bits and pieces as you go through the story. So again, I found her fucked up as a character though, because
really.
Yeah, but not in a bad way, but it was that the premise around her always interfering a little bit too far with the kids. Like all the backstory. Oh, you shouldn't have taken that student home. Oh, she goes and meets Alex down the street, even though multiple times everything's like she shouldn't. So
you don't know at that point.
No, you don't, right? You don't know. Like you don't know if she's got anything to do with it, and I like that bit. But it's
to the parents, she's involved. Like
and that's it, and that proves. And again, that would fuel the fire for someone like Brolin, right? If he was following her, for instance, and saw her stalking Alex, like
which I think is a realistic reaction.
The last one. Yeah.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah, because there's no answers, right?
She's number one suspect.
Yeah,
and Alex is number 2. Alex, that kid did well, man. That kid didn't talk through the whole movie. Good acting. Everything was just facial, right?
Yeah.
No, but just even in general, he didn't speak much. Like there was not dialogue heavy. Everything was very facial, like very much. When he's sitting in,
he was an amazing actor.
Yeah. But even when he's sitting there in the police interview with his dad, who's the excuse he's just had a heart attack or whatever it was. And so obviously he's just like, seriously.
Even though he's 35.
Yeah. And then you've got the aunt who's just doing all the talking. And then again, I think he did a really, really good job. So yeah. So Weapons, I did enjoy it. So you can put that on the list. I can put it in my letterbox now. I don't put anything in there if we're talking about it. I save it so you guys don't get how I feel until after.
So awesome. How many stars?
3.5, man. I did enjoy that.
3.5.
Like it was really good for me. Like it was, even though the beginning, and again, obviously everyone's getting the point slowness kills me. So slowness, dialogue, bits and pieces, they're not always my type of movies. But again, I did like it. And the end, again, 2 out of 2 this week on the endings of movies, just nailing it. Like the end of that was just what I wanted. So by the time I got to the ending, I was like, okay, no, this is good. Get the beginning. Get why people would sit there in the beginning and not appreciate what it is. But by the time you get to the end, you go, okay, that was so well paced, put everything together, got to that moment, got to the twist, and then we just go. And I was like, yeah, I enjoyed it. So yeah, 3.5 for that one for me, which is, good. That's like Tron Aries. Andy.
I'll get it 5.
Yeah, 5?
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know if it's that good.
I really liked
nah,
it.
it was good.
Rich, what'd you give it, man?
I gave it 4.5.
Shit. Okay. So
The story,
I still liked it. It was still the lowest out of the 3 of us, but no, that's all right.
I got to give it to the story though. Like it's a story you haven't really you don't hear or watch those type of stories, right? Especially that type that it's it's chop and change, different perspectives. It's not many other than Pulp Fiction. What's another different perspective movie? I can't think of one right now.
And the Go, that 90s fucking
Oh
movie
yeah,
raves.
is that no? It wasn't Katie Holmes, was it?
Yeah,
Katie Holmes.
yeah,
Yeah, Katie Holmes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know.
But it gives you. I give it that. It's different perspectives, different type of story. Great ending, great intro as well. So it just does
it started.
It's a great.
Too,
Yeah.
That was a fire beginning.
So
that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was just a very creative movie, which does borrow from other genres and movies, and there's a lot of homages, I think. And keen to rewatch. I've only seen once. Keen to rewatch it and see if Shine's still on it. But I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it. Obviously, I gave it 5. I never give fucking movies 5. So
this is true, and I have an idea of. I just thought of it then as we were talking. I think why it wasn't as high for me is because I think. Go with me on this one. It's very Stranger Things-esque. The very beginning of Stranger Things, like that whole. But I think Stranger Things went better. That's why I think I rate it lower. I think Stranger Things for me was more of that twist, where the story goes, more horror-based as well. Maybe that's why I'm a lot more harsh. And again, when did you guys originally watch this?
back in July, I think.
Oh, good question.
August, I think, when it came out.
So you watched it last year before the final season of Stranger Things came out?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I have watched Stranger Things, and now it's so recency bias is probably also in my head. I loved Stranger Things, and I really enjoyed season 5, except for the last hour of the final episode. Bit long, didn't need it, but hey, okay, didn't need all of it anyway. But I think maybe for me, recency bias around that is probably why it's just like
shaking my
not
head,
the same
Dave.
premise, not the same thing.
No,
man. Up until the part where they go, I loved it, and the end was the last 40 minutes. The last 40 minutes too long, way too long. Didn't need to know how everyone's moving on with life. Appreciated it. Maybe 20 minutes.
Spoiler alert.
The long. Sorry again if you've not seen Stranger Things. I don't know why you'd be in a weapons spoiler reaction to it if you haven't seen Stranger Things. But again, I apologize. Sorry, don't hate me. But yeah, I reckon for me, that's why as we were talking, I was just like, even the color palette, the way it was laid out, how it looked, a lot of it made me like reminiscent of Stranger Things. And I was trying to put my finger on it until you guys started talking. And I was just like, because Stranger Things just hit harder for me. So that's why I think I'm not as high on it. But I don't understand how anyone could hate it. It's a good movie. Very good movie. Don't understand how people could say, no, it sucked, because it didn't. It was well done, well told, well directed. The actors were good. Like, all the actors in that were good. Like there was not a point where you didn't believe any of them. So yeah, the acting
was a really good cast.
Shit, yeah. Half of Disney's villains. Oh, and a hero, I guess. Well, I guess 2 heroes and a villain. Yeah, okay. I will let go of Disney. Guys, any final words on Weapons?
Go watch it if you haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
look, I
totally
think
agree.
it's an original movie by up and coming director. I think he wrote it as well. I think his name is
Yeah, he
Zach.
wrote it. Yeah, he wrote it
Cregger.
as well.
He did a movie called Barbarian, which was awesome. I didn't like the ending of Barbarian, but the initial part of Barbarian, if you play Resident Evil 9, it kind of reminds me of a bit of Barbarian. And he's doing Resident Evil, so he's
And
He's going to
going to
nail
do
Resident Evil.
Oh, he
Yeah.
will.
He will nail Resident Evil.
so this is his second film, so pretty good. He's 2 for 2
Good.
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
So
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah, definitely
Rich?
have to watch the other one.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last week. We were going to go maybe look for Barbarians.
that's
should we
more
do
of a
that
horror
now?
movie.
Definitely.
Do you want to do that this week, Rich? Instead of making me watch something, should we just watch Barbarians?
Yeah. Why not?
All right, cool. Let's do that. Maybe we'll have a chat about Barbarians next week. That was awesome. As I look at the time, we've gone longer than normal and we
Again.
haven't finished. So, yeah, might knock this quickly, boys. Do you have anything in regards to physical media, our physical media corner you want to talk about? Or do you want to leave it from this week? I've got one. And again, let me go first because
You've got
again, I
one?
can leave you guys. I've got
You
one.
actually got
Again,
one.
Yeah, I didn't buy it. You gave it to me, Rich.
Ah.
Tie-in to my watching weapons. I went out to the garage and found this and went, yeah, I'm going to put that out there. So I haven't watched this in 1,000 years, but for me, I grabbed Solo because, again, Alden Ehrenreich has been around my television a lot this year and a little bit into last year. So, yeah, not that I say I'm going to ever watch this movie again. I don't know if I can. I don't know. It still pains my heart to watch Solo, but I did have a physical piece of media, and I'm following on last week's train of video games. Again, I have issues, so I'm going to grab my
cool.
Ooh.
So again, because you guys have all your steelbooks, I'm going to grab my steelbooks for my video games. So and
Is that PS3?
Yeah,
I
that's
think it was.
old.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 3. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Oh, dude, I got a shit ton out the back. I had to
Yeah.
go through and decide what I wanted to. So I'm going to do a DC game every week for the next couple of weeks because there's a few.
nice.
And I
Yeah,
have
okay.
them still. So that is my physical media for the week. Boys, how about yourselves? Got anything new? Been in the post? Anything, Ray? Andy's still waiting on the post? Oh, no,
No.
he's not. No.
I'm
come
actually.
through.
Oh, Amazon, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's they consolidated shipment, so I've got a few things. They shipped them the one fucking delivery. Would you believe? They must have all come from the same place. But I got this vinyl record of X-Men '97 score.
Nice.
It is awesome. This is really good. Very happy with that purchase. I got No Country for Old Men, the Criterion collection. So Criterion
nice.
collection's starting to build up.
Nice.
Nice.
Rich, I think we got this for about 55. So none of them are over $60 that I got. So it's good. They're getting expensive.
I know that sounds scary, but that's a good price.
Yeah,
I've learned. And if you don't know why, look at last week's episode of the Hype Check Pod. You'll understand why.
Event Horizon.
I actually
Steelbook.
thought about that the other day.
Mm. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I've already got the 4K. I'm like, should I?
Well, this is a
I can't
4K.
remember.
Yeah, I've already got it on 4K. I was like thinking of the steelbook. Should I get it or not?
And
But
Where's
good,
that
like,
come from,
such
Gilty?
a-
Where'd you get that one from?
Amazon.
Is there? I thought I saw one this week on JB as well. I think JB's got a couple. I think Event Horizon was one of them, but I don't remember which one it was.
No,
they might have
it was.
sold out at JB.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It says
but
this
not
is
the steelbook.
a reprint. This is a reprint. It says on the thing. I don't care. Like I just wanted it.
It's a reprint of a film on a DVD that's 4K.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that.
Yeah.
They all are reprint.
like 30 years old.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a fucking classic. One of the greatest
Yeah.
ones ever made, that movie.
And last one, I ended up getting Juice in.
Oh,
So this is
you
under
did get it.
$50.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
So yeah. So
Very nice,
classic.
man.
I've not watched that in years.
It's good.
I thought you had the plastic on, man. I don't think you watched it.
No, I haven't watched it yet. There's no plastic. Look, no plastic. I've opened them, so I don't have to watch them.
Nice. You have to watch them. Nelly Gilt's there.
Yeah.
Rich, you get anything this week, man?
No, still waiting in the post, but I did do something different. Is Legos.
Nice.
So
Very
being
nice.
F1 weekend over the weekend.
Yeah, no, you guys have lost your shit over the weekend. There was a lot of messages flowing through. I'm like, I don't understand.
But my one should be should be coming in tomorrow, so show you next week.
Cool.
Sweet.
Excellent. Awesome. Everyone, that is us for another week. Sorry, I glanced down at the time. Yeah, we've broken our own record. So I know we've gone long. We did do 2 movies. So again, it was really good to have that conversation, boys. Really enjoyed it. Again, everyone, please like, subscribe, comment, rate, leave something in the comments. Tell us how you feel. Tell us if you agree with our takes on Bugonia and Weapons. Yeah, I actually really like people to put something in for Bugonia and Weapons because it would be interesting to see if we're the odd ones out. I think I've come to grips with we're usually the odd ones out. But again, boys, really grateful for your conversation and your hindsight into all the movies we've talked about. Again, always a good conversation as always. I think that is us. Everyone have a good week. We will talk to you again next week. See you, everyone. Have a good one.